Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jack, this is Jthbooks, and I can't believe I'm saying this already, but it's time for the August TBR. Fun fact, I've already filmed this once. I filmed it all in slow motion. Can you believe that? You can. It's me. I know you can. You don't need to be nice and say you don't. We both know I'm very capable of it, all in slow motion. Absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe we're heading into August already. It's absolutely crazy. But just a little FYI for August. I'm going to take a break from the jar because, well, for many reasons. One, I can't find it. Two, that's sort of the main reason. No, but two, I haven't been doing it, have I? And I don't want to keep letting you all down. Please accept my sincerest and humblest of apology because I keep not doing it. But we will get back there, maybe for September, because I'm going away for the first week of September. So maybe we will get that done. Maybe we'll go back for September. We'll just have a month off. I've got all the Emerald books on my TBR video coming in August this month. So maybe if we get some new ones in there, we can bump it up again and we can try again. But for now, we're going to take a break this month. But the reading is so. I say so a lot, but that was a lot, wasn't it? So. Now I'm coughing. The reading is average at the minute, so we're only going to go for 5 books. That's a fly. We're only going to go for 5 books. So should we just crack on? It's all about sort of. Do you like my t-shirt? I'm going to see Blackpink this month. That's right. I'm leaving the house. I'm going to see Blackpink at Wembley. So that should be fun. I'm very much looking forward to it. What was I going to say? Yeah, we're going for books this month off the TBR, off the backlist a little bit. So a lot of these books I've had a long time. I'm throwing in a romance because I just like to do that these days. But we're really going to go for some books that can get some books off my TBR. So first up, we have The Forest of War and Steel by Natsu Miyashita. Oh, well, basically, back in the day, if a book kind of interested me, even the tiniest of bits, I read it. I absolutely just said, yep, I'll buy it. I'll have it. And I'm not like that anymore. I've got a lot better. I sort of do a lot more research now. You know, I really look into it. But this, maybe on a whim, maybe I was just going through buying the translated fiction phase. Maybe I saw over 1 million copies sold. And I said, you're coming home with me. But like I said, I've grown up a bit now. But it's been so long. I actually have no idea what this even is about anymore. So let's find out together. Tomura is startled by the hypnotic sound of a piano being tuned in his school. It seeps into his soul and transports him into the forests, dark and gleaming, that surround his beloved mountain village. At that moment, he becomes determined to discover more. Under the tutelage of 3 master piano tuners, Tomura embarks on his training, always asking himself one unfathomable question: do I have what it takes? Set in small-town Japan, this warm and mystical story is for the lucky few who have found their calling. I'm not going to like it because I haven't found my calling. I got told that this week. And the rest of us who are still looking. Oh, okay. It shows us that the search for purpose in life is a winding path, one filled with treacherous doubts, and for those who persevere, astonishing revelations. Yes, I sort of did get told that my life has no meaning this week, so it's been a fun week. But I'll either love this because of its meaning or I absolutely hate it and remind me that my life is nothing. So we'll see how it goes, but very, very glad to get this one off the TBR and decide whether it stays or goes. And that is very much the same with Liberty by Caitlin Greenidge. Been on my TBR a long, long time. It came out in 2001. It was very kindly sent to me. I've been very, very excited about it for a long time, but just haven't got round to it. But it sits here on my shelf. So I don't know if you could see that, if it was too high for the camera. But again, it'll be good to see if it stays or goes. Let's find out what it's about. Liberty Sampson is drawn to music more than medicine, but her purposeful mother, a physician, has a vision for their future together. Sampson and daughter are practicing side by side. Coming of age in Brooklyn as a freeborn black girl after the Civil War, Liberty is hungry for something greater than her mother's world of uneasy compromises, the horrors of white violence, and the indignities of a segregated world. She is also aware, unlike her mother, her skin is too dark to pass, another obstacle of the life she seeks. Well, a bit of a similar vibe, isn't it? Sort of going after the life they want and life's purpose. It could be a bad reading month for me, friends. From an all-black college in the fields of Ohio to the promise of equality in the distant Haiti, Liberty explores what freedom actually means for a black woman and how she might find it for herself and for generations to come. you know, there was a reason when they offered to send it to me, I said yes, because it does sound brilliant, and I'm excited to see whether it's going to stay on the TBR or get out of this room, baby. Can't wait to see. Another book that has been on my TBR a long time and sort of has made the rounds on Bookstagram a while ago. If you want to follow me on Instagram or TikTok or Storygraph, it's all linked down below. But a little plug there, a little self-plug for myself. And like and subscribe for this channel. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, this book. It is The Garncle by Stephen Rowley. Rowley? We'll go Rowley. What was I going to say about it? Like I said, it was... I've lost the plot. Ever since I did that self-plug, I've lost the plot. It was making the rounds on Bookstagram, and it was really hard to get in the UK, but my friend managed to get it. Then he sent it to me because he didn't actually love it, which doesn't bode well, does it? But just been around here a long, long time on the shelves. It sits right there on the shelves. Can you see that? And the sequel's come out, and I do not own the sequel, so this will be a decider. Do I keep it? Do I get rid of it? Do I buy the sequel? It's a triple-way threat, this one, so let's find out what it's about together. Patrick, or Gay Uncle Patrick, Gup for short, has always loved his niece Maisie and nephew Grant. That is, he loves spending time with them when they come out to Palm Springs for week-long visits, or when he heads home to Connecticut for the holidays. But in terms of caretaking and relating to two children, no matter how adorable, Patrick is honestly overwhelmed. Children are overwhelming. So when tragedy strikes and Maisie and Grant lose their mother, and Patrick's brother has a health crisis of his own, Patrick finds himself suddenly taking on role of a primary care guardian. Despite having a set of Guncle rules ready to go, Patrick has no idea what to expect, having spent years barely holding on after the loss of his great love, a somewhat stalled acting career, and a life that's not suited to a 6 and 9-year-old. Quickly realising that parenting, even if temporary, isn't solved with treats and jokes, Patrick opens up his eyes to a new sense of responsibility and the realisation that sometimes even the being larger than life means you're unfailingly human. I think we know where it's going to go, don't we? That's what I'm going to say about this one. We know what's going to happen. We know where it's going to go. But we'll wait and see if I love it. If it goes, it stays. You know, we know how the story's going to go, though, don't we? If I move position 1, my feet were going numb. 2, I just had to check you weren't recording in slow motion because, as we know, I just made that mistake. Next up, we have the romance, You're the Problem, It's You, which I can only assume is the Taylor Swift quote, and I'm not happy about that. But I brought this one in the supermarket, and it is the romance for my month, because, as you know, I try and get into romance a little bit these days. It doesn't really work for me, ever, but doesn't mean we have to stop trying, does it? Oh, my feet have just got pins and needles. Doesn't mean we have to stop trying. I'm not knocking romance as a genre. I know it works for a lot of people. I would like it to work for me. But what I like about romance is it's never too much. It's always just, you know, trying to have a good time, mostly. And I like that. I want to have a good time. So, we'll see. But, again, no idea what it's about. But I don't know how spicy it's going to be, considering I did buy it in a supermarket. So, let's find out what's together. Bobby Mason is sick of being second best. Born a spare, but with the personality of an heir. James Devereaux is a Viscount who wishes he wasn't one. His title brings far too much attention. They can barely get through a single conversation without tensions boiling over. Neither Bobby nor James has ever met a more intriguing, infuriating, infatuating man. If only they could avoid each other entirely. But when an extortionist starts targeting their families, Bobby and James must find a way to work together without pushing each other's buttons or tearing them off in the process. See, I don't love that in my romance, that sort of extortionist vibe, like the sort of second story, because I won't ever be able to relate to it, because if someone's trying to extort me, I won't have time for sex. I'll be too panicked and anxious. Okay? But we'll find out. I have a feeling. Oh, should I say it? Spoiler? I have a feeling this one's going to go off the shelves, because it is taking up room on my romance shelves, which is unfortunately overflowing. So we need to sort that out, don't we? And then lastly, in July, I said I was going to do a reread for Giovanni's Room, but I want to read more James Baldwin. I want to say I loved his writing style in Giovanni's Room. I loved, it's one of my favourite books. So we're going to see if I like just that book, if it was an anomaly by him, or if I like more of his works. And Another Country is one I've owned a while. We'll say, even if I don't love this, I can't imagine it will go off the shelves. God, it's very small writing. It's panicked me. But right, let's find out what it's about together, and then we'll see. This masterly story of desire, hatred and violence opens with the unforgettable character of Rufus Scott, a scavenging Harlem jazz musician adrift in New York. Self-destructive, bad and brilliant, he draws us into a bohemian underworld pulsing with heat, music and sex, where desperate and dangerous characters betray, love and test each other to the limit. Wasn't much of a synopsis there, was it? But it does sound intriguing, and I'm very excited for this one. I'm very excited to find out if James Cameron, which is the director of Titanic, James Baldwin is an author I loved, or if it was just that one book. But I'm very excited to read this. I feel like at the minute I need brilliant writing, and I feel like just basing it on Giovanni's Room and the opinions of other people, he's a well-beloved author. I feel like James Baldwin can do that for me at the minute. So there we have it, the 5 books. I'm sorry there's only 5 books. I'm sorry there's no vote. I promise I will get my act together. I will try. Let me know if you've read any of these. Let me know if you think I'm going to love any of them. Let me know if you think they're all going to go off my TBR, or if they're all going to stay on. Like I said, the TBR, all the unread books on my TBR will be coming this month. So if you want to take a guess now how many unread books you think I have in my bedroom on my TBR, take a guess down below and we'll see who's closest. That'll be fun, won't it? But feel free to like and subscribe. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'm going to speak to you all really soon.